You just found out you're pregnant, landed your dream job, or got engaged. You're buzzing with excitement. Oh yeah, but question lingers. Should you share the news with your close friends or keep it to yourself? In today's video, we'll dive into the pros and cons of sharing important life updates with your inner circle and when keeping it private might be the better option. Stick around because you might rethink who you tell your good news to. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new on here, if you're a first timer, you're welcome. This is Adefemitalks and we're going to be discussing something important. This topic came across into my mind when I stumbled on someone's post and the person was like, if you have friends, why don't you tell them, why don't you like to tell them about your good news? Maybe you're pregnant and you find people, they hide it till later on, and the person was like, if this person is your close friend, why are you scared that they're going to harm you? I'm guilty of that. Yeah, I'm guilty of not sharing things like that with my close circle, and that's because it doesn't work for me. The reason why I don't share is just because if I share, there's tendency for people jinxing it. It's not that they're going to necessarily do me evil or anything like that. I've just noticed that once before my testimony blossoms, if I share it, that thing ends up not happening. You might say it's my psychology, you might say it's just my mind. I found out that if I share that news, I tend to pray excessively to ensure that that good news comes to fruition. I have to fight to get that thing, to make sure it happens, and I don't want that. So I tend to keep some important information to myself. Especially if it's a good news, maybe I'm buying a house, I'm not going to tell you until I buy the house. Maybe I'm pregnant, I may not tell you until I start showing or I start feeling like I don't have a choice, I have to say it. I'm guilty of that. One of my besties, she was really angry with me because she was like, I've been praying for you to get pregnant, now you got pregnant, you didn't tell me. And I'm like I didn't want to tell you, I was just waiting for the 20-week scan and before I share the information. I know that some people will find it offensive. You got married, you didn't tell me. You don't know the reason why, but then I know that your close circle, you shouldn't hide things from them because they are your best friends. What are your best friends if you can't tell them some nitty-gritty important details? I know that, but then it all depends on what works for you. If you know that if you tell people your good news, you're still going to get that thing done, why not? Another reason why I don't share my good news until when it blossoms or until when that thing finally happens. Some people have some negative energy, they can easily discourage you, and they think that you already plan that you're going to do it, and they start giving you reasons why if you do that thing it might not work out. They start bringing some negative energy, so I like to keep it in the bubble. I like to not share until I'm certain that I'm strong enough to withstand anything that comes, then I'm gonna share. Let's be real, good news feels even better when shared. It's human nature to want to celebrate what the people care about, isn't it? I know. Telling your close friends about milestones like pregnancy, like a job promotion, or a special celebration allows you to 1. Feel supported and loved, 2. Share the joy and excitement. Don't feel how want to experience that. I know. Receive encouragement during uncertain times, and it's just so sweet when you have people to share your important milestones with you. A friend reacting happily to surprise news. Plus, sharing with trusted friends can strengthen your bond. It creates memories and allows them to be a part of your journey, which I understand totally. I'm not taking that in the importance of you sharing good news with people, but another thing we should know is there's a risk of oversharing, and I know that maybe this is where the school of thought that I belong to, this is where we'll fall into somebody jinxing it. So we've got to be wary. But here's the catch. Not all friendships are built for confidential news. Sometimes oversharing can backfire. Here is why I think so. Privacy leaks. Even well-meaning friends may unintentionally let your news slip, especially during casual conversation. I have a friend that there are some things that she cannot not tell our other friend. Another reason is judgment or negativity. Some people might project their opinions or experiences onto your news, dampening your joy, and that is why I don't really like to share. Unnecessary pressure. Sharing prematurely could lead to unwanted questions, advice that is not unsolicited for, or pressure. For example, announcing a pregnancy too early might attract constant check-ins, baby, unsolicited advice, if you know what I mean. So that is why I belong to that school of thought that I'm gonna keep my good news to the However, there are times in which you need to keep it private, and there are times that it's just good news you need to share. You're getting married, you need to know, you need to tell your friends. If you're getting married and you don't tell me, I might be hungry with you. Now, there are moments when keeping significant news to yourself, at least for a while, is the wisest choice. If getting pregnant, here is when to consider privacy. Early stages of pregnancy or delicate situations, I might keep it quiet. Many couples choose to wait until the second trimester to share their pregnancy news, reducing the stress of having to explain if complications arises. And that's another reason why I don't like to share. I feel bad when things don't go the way I plan and everybody already knows. I would feel bad about it, because now I have to start explaining to them, oh, it didn't work out. So I like to keep my good news to myself until when I'm sure that yes, now it's finally done. AKA, when I was joining the army, I did not tell anybody. One, because I don't want my family to jinx it. I don't want them to start giving me white words where unsolicited advice. I don't want them to convince me otherwise. I don't want them to bring any negativity. So I didn't tell anybody. And again, I just thought about it. If I joined the army, it didn't work out, they're fine. I know it didn't work out. It's just that. It's just my failure. But then, if I start sharing it and it didn't work out, I'll feel bad about it. Then I have to start explaining why it didn't work out and all that. So, to save me that stress, if it didn't work out, I know I might not talk about it in person about, do you like this thing? But it didn't work out. But then I've already processed it. Have already done it. I've processed it. It's past. But compared to when everybody now starts telling me sorry, there's nothing I hate sorry when it doesn't work out. So for me, I'm team keep it private when it blossoms. But when you're still processing the news, sometimes you need time to reflect before sharing with others. So this allows you to, in a way, own your narrative first. Another reason is to protect your peace. If you're dealing with sensitive or personal achievements, keeping it private shields you from external influence. I cannot even overemphasize that. Striking the right balance. I understand that we don't want to share until it blossoms, but then there are some very important people in your life that they will get angry if they don't know that you're pregnant or you got promoted or you're getting married. So how do you find the right balance? Here's a simple rule of thumb I want you all to know. Share with people you trust deeply and who genuinely celebrate your wins. Keep your cycle small, quality over quantity. And that is why don't you want to share with them? I'm sure you guys can pray together about everything and kabash together and be like, this thing, it got happened. We should find a balance. That's the most important thing. If you feel unsure, wait. There's no rush to announce your news. Yes, you deserve to share it when you are comfortable. Always share your good news when you're comfortable about sharing it. If you're not comfortable, then don't share. Wait for it to blossom, girl. Oh, he doesn't care. Let him get hungry. You didn't tell them that you're getting promoted. Let them get angry. Celebrate with me now. I'm buying a house. Yes, celebrate with me after I bought the house. Not get angry that I didn't tell you that I was buying a house. At the end of the day, whether you choose to share or keep important news private is a personal decision. It's not about secrecy, and that is why I hear a lot of people saying, you're so secretive, you don't want to let us know. It's about protecting your peace. Let's understand that. Celebrating with the right people and knowing that sometimes less is more. Whatever thing you belong to, team share before it blossoms, team share as it's happening. Just do you. But ensure that you have the right people in your corner at all times. That you are going to be, you're not scared that envious of you. You're not scared that, oh, they're going to like share your news before it's right. But for me, I'm not going to stick to what works for me. I'm going to keep my news to myself until I'm ready to share. It's not out of secrecy. It's just what I've seen over time that works for me. I don't want anybody to jinx my success. I don't want them to jinx. It's not like I think my friends are wicked or they have a bad mind, but it's just me protecting my peace and ensuring that I'm not making any mistakes. If I feel on my own terms, but if I feel and everybody's aware, I would feel like the world closing in on me. So I think that's why I stand on that. So what about you? Do you prefer to share your big news with close friends immediately, or do you wait until time feels right? Let me know in the comment section, and I would love to hear your thoughts. It's all love and peace from you, and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Please, let's keep being happy. Let's keep sharing in other people's joy. Bye for now, and turn on your notifications so you never miss any thought-provoking content like this.